everyone, welcome to Yogi Talk. I'm Steph Villegas. We have an interesting and intriguing Yogi Talk planned today. Today my guest, Shauna Shank, a yoga teacher from San Diego, California, also a student and teacher of the art of chakras, will be sharing all her experience and knowledge today. Welcome. Hi, Shauna. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. If you want to just introduce yourself a little bit to the Yogi Talk community.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much. I am a local yoga teacher here in San Diego, and I teach at a bunch of different great studios throughout the beach area. And I also lead teacher trainings, so it's really amazing and fun. Yeah, 200-hour teacher trainings at the School of Healing Arts. So I've got massage students turning into yoga teachers, which are just awesome.
Yeah, you're a busy lady.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm going to Mexico next week for a retreat, so life's good.
That can't complain.
No.
Teaching yoga, traveling the world.
Good life. Peaceful life.
I want to hear what your knowledge about chakras.
Okay, so I love chakras. It's something weirdly that I was connected to when I started my teacher training years ago. They just fascinated me because when I found out about them, they just really made sense. And like after I kind of read about them and started experimenting with them in my yoga class in my own life, it was like, oh, that's why that happened.
Yeah. It's such a complex, intriguing subject for me as a yoga student, yoga teacher. I would hear things about chakras and I would be really confused because it wasn't introduced in the class. They don't have time to introduce it to the class. But that's why we're here. We're introducing and explaining what chakras, but a little bit of how to say it, if you want to explain.
Yeah, so with our beautiful American accents, we say kind of a chakra, but a Sanskrit term is more chakra. But
for today, we'll say what's comfortable to us.
Yeah, I gotta be natural.
But it is chakras. Just so everyone in Yogi Talk world knows.
Yeah.
Cool.
The chakras are different energy wheels, as people say, but if you think about energy, it's more so just that kind of feeling that you get without having to experience something through your other senses. So it's kind of knowing, right? And we all have these energies, these auras, if you want to say, around us. There's 7 of them according to old Indian history, and they believed to be residing in front of the spine, so not physically in the body, but outside of the body. And they use the spine because the spine is very sacred, kundalini, all this kind of stuff, to discuss where their locations are. So of the 7s, they start at the base of the spine and actually end up at the top of the head for the crown. And each of them kind of relate to different parts of your personality, health, well-being. They change constantly, just as energy does, which is really interesting. And why I said I really connected with them is as I got deeper into my yoga practice and I began to teach students, I was able to show them how they're very easy to transform, actually, with the knowledge of it. Yeah.
And you're going to share that with us today.
Yeah. So, the first chakra is the root chakra. So it's at the base of the spine, or if you can, whatever, front, back. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So base of the spine or lower pelvic region. What's really interesting to note about chakras is each of them can be defined in a number of ways. So they each have a specific vibrational color, vibrational sound, chant. Foods can be associated with them, yoga poses, meditation, visualization. So there's kind of all these different prescriptions that you can use to help a chakra that's imbalanced or so. So the first chakra actually refers to your sense of presence and your sense of groundedness and rootedness. Are you here? Your survival, almost. So the first 3 chakras, I should note, are very physical, connected to here in the physical world. So the first one is, are your basic needs met? Do you have enough food? Do you have a house to live in? How is your financial life? How are your relationships? In terms of like family, your clan, that sort of.
There's a lot going on in that root chakra.
The root chakra is what makes us here, present in this earth. So if there's ever any issues going on there, so you're moving, you're going through family issues.
Transition. Anything would change.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where your survival needs are kind of shook.
Yeah.
then this is where you need to give a little more love to the chakra for sure. And also, it doesn't have to always be so dramatic, like when your chakras are imbalanced. It could be something as small as like you're driving in your car for 45 minutes and then you like rush into a yoga class, for example, right? And then you're not like present or grounded because your roots were moved, right? And now you're reestablishing yourself here.
Is that why in a lot of yoga classes they start in child's pose?
Yeah, for sure. And a good example, child's pose is one. Anything where we have all of our, like our hands, our feet, earth on the ground. Standing poses are really powerful for feeding this first chakra. Balancing poses, tree pose is amazing for connecting it.
Yeah.
The color associated with it is red. So wearing red, visualizing red, that kind of stuff works really good. And then even foods you can put into your body connected to the root system is root vegetables. So eating carrots and potatoes and garlic and ginger.
Comfort food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like
makes a lot of sense, right? Because we want to feel basic needs are met, our survivals are met. And then anything made from the earth and this red fiber energy. So beets are actually amazing for the root chakra.
So eat your beets, everyone.
Eat your beets if you feel not grounded.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, thank you for explaining that one. Let's move on to the second one.
Yeah, so the second chakra is our sacral chakra. This is about 2 inches below the belly button. This is the sweet spot. It's the sweetest one.
The sweetest one.
Yeah, so where the first is, are you grounded? Are you present? Are you here? The second is, okay, I'm here. So now let me fulfill my passions. Let me connect and find the sweetness in life. So it's associated with our sexuality, for sure, but also not just passionate with our relationships with people physically, but also passion with your job or other things that go on in your life. So what's sweeter than two people in love creating like this baby, right? That's chakra, second chakra love right there. But also what's sweeter than like you doing your job and
enjoying it.
Exactly. In a passionate, sweet way. So if you're in balance in this area, it could be something is off with that, right? So you're not seeing the good in your job. You're not finding the sweetness in it. Or a perfect example are couples that try to have a baby all the time and they're just like, it's not happening. They're wary. There's just like no movement here. There's no sweetness because it's all like nervous. I gotta have this baby, blah, blah, blah. Then when they, I'm going to they adopt a kid and then they get pregnant. That's the perfect example of the chakra doing its thing. Like you release their sweetness.
Is there any poses to activate that?
Yeah, so actually this is all about the twists. So we got to detox. We got to get rid of all that stuff that holds us back from seeing and tasting the sweetness in life.
Yeah.
Right? And then so citrus is really good for this, orange colored vegetables and fruits. I've done a honey meditation where you literally just put like a drop of honey on your tongue and surrender to it and like start to feel and incorporate the sweetness in your life.
Well, perfect. Thank you for all that information on the sacral chakra. Yeah. Let's go to the third one.
The third is our fire. It's our belly, so it's 3 inches above our belly button.
All right.
So this is, you got it. This is
right
like
here.
Our sun, right? So think about, it's called the solar plexus, and think about your fire in your belly, and if it's too hot, right, then we're gonna burn some people, right? But if it's too small, then no one can feel your warmth. So it's the ego. It's connected to
right here, the
ego, right, and your confidence in how you feel when you do something. So think about if you have like that sick feeling, that nervous feeling.
When you're nervous, you fold your arms.
Exactly, right.
Or you need to like show it.
Exactly.
Put the arms back.
You need to have that fire ready to burn. But then again, we don't want these people that are like super pompous with the stomach out, because then we're going to burn others, right?
Yeah.
So it's finding that the balance and keeping the warmth. So nurturing the fire within all of us so that we're confident in ourselves, not overly confident in that we're hurting each other with it, not using the ego to burn others, and not to... This is when, like, if you have depression issues and things like that, your fire's out. You need something to warm you up. And the color associated with this is yellow. So if you think of the first 3 chakras, it actually becomes a flame. We've got red, we've got orange, and we've got yellow. And they all are very physical. They all kind of build upon each other. So when you're grounded, then you're able to enjoy that sweetness. And when you have that sweetness, you're able to bask in it and be confident and have this warm fire.
They all interconnect.
Yeah. So for that, it's the core stuff. It's the stuff we hate to do, right? The sit-ups, the yogi sit-ups, and boat pose, and all those things that plank that make me want to like, I don't want to do it. But again, it teaches us that fire, that strength, and also some like sweaty vinyasa classes will help with that. Or if you are a more gentle person, then actually fire flame meditation is really powerful. It's healthy for the eyes too.
Oh, what do you do with a fire flame?
So just kind of light a candle.
Yeah.
And stare at it for a few minutes. 2
I've
minutes.
done that before.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
That's
right?
powerful.
And then visualize that warming energy. Like it moves, the flame moves, right? But it's still in control and burning beautifully. And that's what we want.
The fourth chakra.
Yeah, the heart. So the first three are really physical. And the heart kind of is the bridge between the more subtle, which are the upper chakras, and then the more physical, which are the more earthy chakras here. And the heart is the heart. It's located at the heart. It's all about love and compassion and your ability to love yourself. So that's self-love. And then
gotta love yourself first.
Absolutely. And then give that love out to the world. So be compassionate to everything, you know, to a little rat on the floor, you know, not just your husband or wife.
To everyone.
Yeah. You gotta love that little rat.
Love that hamster. You gotta love it. Love the world.
That tree.
What color is that?
It's green.
It's green.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not red.
I know, isn't that interesting? Everyone always thinks like pink or red. I don't know where that kind of came from, but it's in their body. So someone who's hunched over like this is very protective of their heart. And then of course we have our confidence down. So these kind of things are things that we do physically to kind of protect ourselves here. And again, if someone's walking around very pompous, chest out like a rooster, then it's like way too much like self-love, right? So it's like trying to, our body images can speak to us too, and trying to find the balance to be in this healthy place. And you can even notice it like when you feel like discouraged or, you know, not loving to yourself or to someone else, you kind of can bring the chest back, like bring that to you. So for yoga poses, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. To be strong in the chakra is, like I said, loving the little rat or whatever, but if you're deficient here, if you don't have enough love here, this is where
Can you have too much love?
Yeah, you can have too much. Yeah, this would be jealousy, right? Possession, obsession. So we love too much. Like we need to, your face. So it can totally, the heart chakra can be overbearing for, you know, and then it can also be just not, maybe robotic. I don't know the right word to say. You know, either not loving to yourself. Hate is the opposite of it here. So not living from the heart space, and that's kind of what we want to connect with more. And by being connected with the physical and being here, having that passion, having the confidence, it makes it easy to feed up the energy or the love here. So then you can just let the world feel that and yourself internally feel it.
I like that.
So in yoga, heart openers here, we want to do a lot of back bending. You know, even as much as bringing the hands behind the back, lifting the head up, feels good. Send the love.
I'm feeling the love.
Yeah. So, and the color is green. So eating lots of greens, green juices, and all of that. There's so much green from this earth, and smelling in green herbs and all that kind of stuff brings us to that space of lovingness. And then again, if you're too open, if you feel like you are possessive or jealous or whatever it is,
or maybe too much self-love where it turns into narcissism.
Exactly. Then forward fold, bend it out, let it go, like recheck. You want to rebalance the heart here. It's an interesting little space, and a very important one.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. What is the fifth one?
So then we're moving on to the throat, and this is a perfect. You're so cute. This is a perfect example of how they really feed on each other, because I'm from New Jersey and Jersey prop, and I am a big Italian mouth, like a big mouth Italian. You know, I will say what's on my mind. That's it. You know. Yeah. And the thing is, sometimes for a long time, I'm like, why do people think I'm mean? Like, what? You know, and it's like, oh, because I'm not using the heart. So using the energy up from the heart space to really speak your truth is really important. Okay. So the throat chakra is all about speaking your truth and expression. And it's not just through physical words. It can be through music. And it doesn't have to be you making music. It can even be listening to music. And also writing, and whatever it is that enables you to express yourself, to show yourself to the world who you truly are. So it could even be your yoga practice, or, you know, you surfing in the ocean is expressing yourself and who you are and connecting with
Your
it.
creativity.
Yeah, these two.
Well, these two
are really connected with each other, because once you have it,
well, this is internal, and then this
Exactly.
one's out external.
So this is kind of why chanting is a huge deal in yoga. I mean, for among many other reasons. I don't want to say, make that big assumption, but through chanting, we're able to express, and open and vocalize things here.
Oh, perfect. Any postures we can do to open the throat?
Yeah, so think about, the neck and the shoulders, this whole area here. And if you're feeling choked up, right, this has something to do with it. Or if you're feeling stressed here, we want to release it to make room so we can make space. So obviously any sort of neck stuff here. Cobra is really nice where we're opening up the chest and the throat here. Fish pose is great.
Yeah.
Because we're really opening the throat. Cat cow even, because then I said I was a loudmouth Jersey girl. When we bring the throat in, so bring it in, Shauna. Watch what you're saying. Finding it to, because it can be excessive. You can talk too much, or you cannot speak your truth.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh, I love
So
that.
the color is turquoise. And once we start getting to these last three, there's not really, for the throat, you should drink room temperature stuff, maybe some teas and things like that. But it was really believed to fast or to cleanse to connect with these higher chakras, because then this brings us to a place of clarity, peace.
Ooh, I like that. Well, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going.
Let's bring it to the third.
Bring it to the third.
Yeah. Right here.
Right here.
So
My third eye.
The third eye is, maybe you've heard this, people kind of make comments about it all the time, but what exactly is the third eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have these two amazing eyes looking out into the world and enabling us to see things and also to make judgment as well. So then we have this one eye looking back at us. So it's actually trying to teach us what we already know to see. Think about it in that way. So the third eye is like that intuitive feeling. It also connects us with our dreams and our thoughts, but more so being able to trust what you know. So if I had to use a mantra for this, it would be I know or I trust. So knowing that feeling of going with, I guess you can say the gut, going with your gut, but seeing with another eye, and being able to shut everything out and just follow and live with what you know. And that's really like an out there thought, kind of. It's higher, right? It's a higher level thing that doesn't, I can't just say, oh, you don't have enough money, then that chakra's off, like the root chakra. It's more subtle now. So what poses can we do here? This is where we connect with the self. So meditation, internal reflection.
Mm-hmm.
We get to that higher level, and that's the same with the crown, which is the final chakra.
Yeah. Well, I heard Deepak Chopra say that the third eye, our intention eavesdrops what the universe hasn't planned for us.
I love that.
I love that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Smart
So it's way to eavesdrop on what's your intuition, your feelings, the butterflies. When something doesn't feel right, it usually, actually, 100% of the time, it's not.
Yeah.
Or if something feels so good and you are so passionate about it, and you just have to go for it, you gotta go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your intuition's never wrong.
No, it's not. And the thing is that we all have it. Like, everyone has a third eye, and whatever you want to call it, and however spiritual or non-spiritual you want to get with it, we all have it. It's just who listens to it.
I like that.
So it's really.
Ooh, well, we're getting all the way.
Shut the eye.
We're getting all the way to the very top.
Yeah. So the top, the baby, or the king, not the baby, is the crown, and this one is the most subtle of them all. It's your aspirations, your ability to connect with something higher than yourself. So, and really, if you really sit back and reflect on it, once we have all these other energies going and we say that we call them a wheel, because when they're all in a line, then you kind of have all these things connecting.
It's like assembly line.
Yeah, exactly. A little assembly line. Then how could you not believe in something higher than yourself? How could you not connect with this notion? But I also kind of call this, when I teach the chakras in my yoga classes or work with people one-on-one with them, it's like the bonus chakra. Like, you have it, that's awesome. You don't have it, that's awesome. Like, it's your faith system. So can you connect with it there? And maybe it comes or maybe it doesn't.
What are
But,
yoga poses that
so again,
or is that internal, like meditation?
It is internal meditation, but then also yogis will call a headstand like the king of yoga poses, and that's because we're putting our pressure on this specific region really to awaken this part. Fish pose again, actually, because we're really up here. So fish pose is a great one for the higher level chakras. It's opening the chest, the throat, the third eye, the top of the head.
Well, thank you, Shauna, for all your knowledge on the chakras.
Thank you.
I loved it. All your remedies, all the postures, everything. If you would like to find out some more information on Shauna, tell them where they can find out some more information about you.
Oh, it would be great. Yogawithshauna.com is my website.
And then you also have cool workshop or camp.
Actually camp. We're going camping. We're putting on such a great event, and I would love everyone to experience it. I kind of grouped together with 7 total yoga teachers in San Diego, local yoga teachers, and we're each going to take on a chakra and teach a chakra class over a camping weekend. It's in September, the 13th and the 14th. So you'll all get 7 classes in 2 days right out in this beautiful lake, Lake Morena. And there's also going to be really cool things there. Hopefully Yogi Talk will be there, and we're going to have different healing tents. And the idea is to teach you more about these chakras, understand how to use them in your life, bond with the San Diego yoga community. So we'd love you to be a part of it, have a healing tent, give to us or take from us, Chakra Camp.
Yeah, where can they find out about it?
Yeah, chakracamp.com. So it will have the schedule, the pricing, all that stuff. It's super grassroots. We're not trying to make money. We're just trying to connect everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for checking out this 2-part series of Chakras with Shauna. Thank you, Shauna, so much.
Thank you so much.
If you like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to my Yogi Talk newsletter, and thank you once again.